I see Joski jumping into the room. Ooh, Ike, I love that picture. Who was that? I'll have to find out later. We're going to investigate who that picture was. Okay. Hey, Jeff. Good to see you. I was glad to get to hug you this weekend. It's great to meet you in person. All right. What's up, Joski with the dimples? What's up? What's up, Levi? Welcome back. Greetings, Vale. So good to see you. How are you? Hey, Burn Bridges. Welcome to the room. I already got you, Burn. Don't worry about it. We talked about this. Got you. All good. Okay? We're going to have a good night tonight. Forget all the stress. Forget all the glitches that life brings us. And we're going to get through and we're going to enjoy each other in this peaceful space we make for each other. Cool? Greetings, Messiah. Welcome to the room. I see Elemental is here. Henry Olivant. I don't know if I know Henry, but I hope to get to know Henry. Welcome to you all. Christopher Robin is here with us. Shout out to them. Always glad to have you in the space with us. I'm Ray Jane. I am your host for the evening. Our first 5 minutes or so, 3 to 5 minutes, we usually let folks trickle in and bring you in with some love. Hey, what's up, Elemental? Make sure you greet each other in the chat. I will be dropping the list. I know the list is like magical this time because nobody really knows. Did they get on? Did they not? Did I make it past the glitch, Ray Jane? I don't know. Oh. Don't worry, we got space on the good luck round because of the glitch. So even if you don't see your name, just let me know and I'll make sure you get on the list this evening. Our brother Nick Paleologos is joining us as well, jumping in. Reader for Jane, I'll be a reader for the what? Had a problem signing. Ike, actually, you're on the list. You made it despite the issue. I know. That's what I said. Everybody, almost everybody who messaged me about thinking that they didn't make it on the list actually made it on the list. So don't worry. And Levi, yes, I will absolutely add you onto the list. You got it. That was easy. Nick on mobile because the laptop is restarting. We understand. If nobody understands, we understand the technical issues. Don't worry. All good. We'll be ready for you when that laptop feels like cooperating. Don't worry yourself, okay? So we're just going to give our folks maybe 1 or 2 minutes to jump into the room with us. We know our folks like to trickle. They trickle. Just like love, they trickle in. So we'll let everybody drip drop into the room and then I'll drop that list. Trickle down post. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Feel free to greet each other in the chat. That's it. Drip drop, can't stop all day. You already know. Hey, we're just gonna try and rhyme it out. It worked a little bit, We're gonna get it going in just a bit. All right, let me drop this list for the peoples. I feel like I should have a drum roll, but I don't have one of those. So I'm just gonna pop that in the charts for you. All right, and don't worry, I'll drop it again for whoever joins us and has missed it. Like I said, my name is Ray Jane, and I will be your hostess with the mostest for the evening. And you have found your beautiful self at the Thursday night online open mic presented to you by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Y'all are all famous. Congratulations. So we are streaming on the Zooms and we are streaming on YouTube and Facebook with all of our friends across the internets. And tonight we will be presenting to you, and by we, I mean y'all, not me. I'm just here to make sure the show keeps rolling, okay? Y'all will be presenting some poetry, some music, some comedy. We have a little bit of everything for you here, and we encourage a little bit of everything so that we can all grow and learn how to dream through your gifts. Each person that is on the guaranteed list, and we will talk about what happened with the guaranteed list. Normally, 24 hours ahead of time, you would sign up. That's 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday nights on the neweurekan.org to get on Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern's list. However, sometimes the universe says, no, Ray Jane, that's not how it's going to go. We're actually going to have our ticket sales company totally revamp their website at the exact same time that all your friends want to join you. So that's kind of what happened, okay? So it was out of our hands. So we apologize to you guys for any inconvenience. If we could have made that work better ourselves, we would have, but that again was completely out of our hands. But when has a list ever stopped a poet? Please, okay? So just like I said on the Instagram stories, whether you caught it or not, if you don't find yourself on the guaranteed list, which I will drop again for those folks who just came in, please do just send me a message. As you can see, there's normally enough space for 20 artists on the guaranteed list. We have less than that on the list there, so we've got plenty of space. And even when we are full to the brim on our guaranteed list, we still usually have space for 5 to 10 poets who jump in on what we call the good luck round. So that means what? I still got space to spit. Yes, you do. So just hit me in the Zoom DMs, if you will. Okay, that's the private chat for those of you who like to keep it more professional. Just hit me in there and let me know you want to get on the list. Levi, I got you. Don't worry, you'll be first on the good luck round. And anybody else who's feeling inspired, maybe you have something that you say, I just was going to come in the room and listen, and maybe you say, you know what, I really want to make sure my community hears what I have to say, or get some feedback on something new. Just let me know and we will make space for you, okay? And please do let the folks know if you have anything that you need to share screen for. Please let us know ahead of time, because we are doing that in the room. That's right, folks. We are expanding, we are growing, we are changing with the technology that allows us to stretch ourselves as artists and present ourselves in the fullness of how we are, okay? So for those folks who do decide to perform tonight, please put your pronouns and your IG handles in your boxes. As I will always say, your name is your first home. So we always want to know how to pronounce you properly. So if you got a funky name and you want to put it in there phonetically so we don't jack it up, and by we, I do mean me, okay? Please do put that in the chat or in your box so I know how to say your name. And if I do mess it up, please just let me know how to say it properly so we don't mess it up again, okay? Also, we invite you. We know we're artists. Some of us, this is our hustle. This is the only thing where we get a little coin from. So if you have a Venmo and a PayPal link, feel free to put that in your box as well, or be prepared to put it in the chat when it's your turn to share. As we already talked about, technical difficulties happen. This is the Zoom verse. It happens. We don't want you to freak out, because we will not be freaking out. We are so used to it. So if something happens, your Wi-Fi goes out, your cat knocks your laptop off the desk, and things just go haywire. Your mama walks in the pajamas you told her not to wear while you was on your Zooms. Just log off. Log back on, let me know that you are back in the room, and we will make sure that we get to hear the entirety of your piece. Why? Because we want to hear it. That's why we invite you here to have this thing happen. Party time, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern every week. This is a non-competitive open mic. If you haven't already caught the gist, it's all about love here. So we'd like to be able to keep that as a true statement. And the only way we can do that is by keeping this space safe with a demand for respect. So there will be no hate speech here. And if you say something, see something that we don't like, let us know. Advocate Words, also known as our program manager for the new y'all, is in the background holding us down, and he got the big boot. And like I like to say, if you get too cute, you will get the boot. So don't let it be you. Please do let us know if you see something in the chat or elsewhere that you are offended by, so that we can rectify that, so you always feel safe in this space. And I know some of you guys are tired of hearing that, oh, safe space, but really, the entire world is a dangerous and scary place that will not take care of you. That is not the case for the new yo. That is not the case for this Zoom room. Okay? So please let us know so that we can keep it cute in the room. Always keeping it cute, like my little curlies. Okay? And we do that because some folks take out of their pockets to make sure that we can even do this for you for free. So yes, we're going to take a second and pay our bills, giving special thanks to the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, the Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust. I feel like I had to put a little spice on that, give props, do it properly, okay? If you would like to add your name to the list of folks that have given us meaningful donations, even if it's just $5, please find us at nuyorican.org/contribute or Cash App $Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Every little bit helps. We have so many things going on, just a little bit of something every day of the week. And we'll get into some of the things that you can find here, other places that you can share, other safe spaces where you can find yourself at the New Year or elsewhere. But for now, I'm going to bring to you what you came here for, right? You came for the poetry. You came for the words. So I'm going to set my little trap, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into the list. And for those of you who have joined us since we started our spiel, please let me know if you don't find yourself on the guaranteed list and you'd like to find yourself as a performer this evening, because it would be our pleasure to hear what you have to share. In the meantime, in between time, we're going to start it off with some warmth, with some excellence, right? As only our Benny Goddess could do it. So the first person who is up is Lizzie. I am going to unmute her. And we have a tradition here: after every artist performs, I unmute you so that you can love on each other, be loud, be obnoxious. This is your permission to make other people feel uncomfortable with the love that they may not feel like they deserve, but they absolutely are worthy of. All right? So we're going to let Lizzie share her beautiful magic with you as our first person on the scene. Hey, Lizzie, how you doing?
Hey, Beanie Blessings to you, Ragin, and the community. It was so fun howling at the moon Saturday night at the cafe. Thank you for doing that for us. I just want to say before I read this poem, I love that. I love the moon. No disrespect towards the moon, but I'm going to do a cover poem tonight that might seem like I don't love the moon. And it's written by our very own Jeff Cotro, who's my friend, and I got to meet him this weekend. I love this poem. It's called An Ode to the Moon. Fuck you, moon. Seriously, go bugger yourself, crater face. You think you're so cool and all with your moon rocks, dick. Oh, look at me on the moon. I make people turn to werewolves. I make people go crazy when I turn full. I use my gravitational pull to cause tidal waves. Frank Sinatra sang a song about me. Michael Jackson did a dance named after me. I run circles around your crappy little planet, literally. I'm the moon, baby, and you ain't never setting foot on me, sucker. Yeah, well, go suck on a sucking piece of something, sucko. Stupid moon. How many astronauts have visited you lately, huh? How many pockmarked bastards? Been a while, hasn't it? As in 49 years, while. Why don't you astronauts like your moon anymore? What did you do to creep them out? Did you say something to offend them? Did you catch them doing it with their significant other? When does NASA ever call anymore, moon? Maybe it's because, I don't know, a big jerk? You're not really made of cheese, but you are cheesy. Remember when George Michel made the movie in which the spaceship hits you in the eye? Well, he has used a bigger spaceship. Once that would have wiped you in the whole dumb stupid face, or he would have sent you up a nuclear bomb and blown you up into a million billion moon bits, except they didn't have nuclear energy back in 1902. Okay, scratch that one. Hey, moon, you know the difference between you and your mom? There's only one man on the moon, so stop peeking in my window every night, you pervert. Somebody ought to moon, you shiny pie-faced wanker. You think you're timeless, but you're just a phase. Percy Shelley once wrote about you. Art thou pale for weariness of climbing heaven and gazing on the earth, wandering championless among the stars that have a different birth? You hear that, moon, companionless? Because who be your companion, you lunar loser? It's only a paper moon. See, moon, you're just paper. Well, scissor cuts your paper, and I've got scissored, hard quality metal scissors made out of the rock of the earth. And wait, okay, I know they say paper covers rock, but yeah, that's bullshit. Rock is strong and crushes paper too. Yeah, stupid moon. You know Jupiter moon, Io. I hear Io got more than 400 working volcanoes where you're a volcano moon. I hear you used to have some pretty good ones back in the day, but now you're just gotten old moon and your volcanoes have dried up into dark Maria, and there ain't no giant cosmic Viagra out there to bring them back. No, sir. You're a jerk moon, a complete knee biter. I'm going to send you to the moon, moon. You sun reflecting, tide causing, total eclipsing, code inspiring, food dumbing, crater hoarding, river widening, flying, bicycle dropping, scenery supplying, mollifiting, son of a fucking fucker, fuckerhead fucker. Think about that next time you beat me at Pinochle. Thank you. And that was written by my friend, Jeff Cotro, who I adore, who's the author of Hate Stories. So please buy his book. And I love the moon. I talk very passionately about my book dropping this Christmas, Intervisions. It'll be available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Drama Bookshop, and Strand. Thank you.
Yes, now you be nice to my moon, okay? Let me unmute everybody. Please give Lizzie some love.
Nicely done.
Ow, ow.
That was good.
Lizzie, holla at that damn moon. Way to set it off
I'll
there,
still
Pam.
howl.
Let's go.
That's some
What an
hilarious shit.
interpretation.
I'll still howl for you.
Oh,
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. You are so welcome. Thank you. And as Lizzie discussed last weekend, we had our last hybrid show, which is half the folks performing in person, half the folks performing online, hosted by Advocate of Words and followed up shortly after by Karaoke Night, where we drunkenly sing our crazy away. And then that is also hosted by Paul Conqueso. And in between the show, because it was a full moon, the last super moon of the year, we all went outside and collectively had ourselves a nice howl. And it was lovely to howl with you all. And I'm sure that won't be our last collective howl together. So the inaugural howl has happened. Don't feel bad if you missed it. You're never out of our hearts. So we were howling with you. You might have felt a little pang or something around that time. That was us howling. Okay. Thank you, Lizzie. And please find Lizzie because she got books on books on books. And this is also what we do here is lift each other and support each other's work and remind each other, hey, you can do it. Just in case you didn't realize that writing a book was possible for you, look around the room. Everybody here, or not everybody here, but most of the folks here can attest to it being possible. And if that's all we can give you is a possibility, then it's our pleasure to do so. All right, moving on to the next poet that makes it all possible and also brings to us some very deep dimples, okay, and usually a whole bunch of truth filling up them dimples. It is Joski. So I'm going to unmute you, Joski, and share your magic.
Oh, hey, Ray J. Can you hear me? Okay. So this is a poem that I wrote last night, inspired by your work, which was very inspirational last week. This is called Monarchy Theme Park. I've been looking at your hearse. They say you were both person and persona, playing a role in a palace cold as its policies. But splendor and grace cannot erase misplaced supremacy. History tells a different tale. Truth tells a different version. What does it mean to be a queen amidst the gaudy trappings? Your pomp and obscene circumstance, your throne upon their treasure. Hey, Great Britain, make your monarchy a theme park, Disney, are you listening? Queens and kings and frilly things, Charles, are you listening? Send the ticket proceeds to your victims round the world of racist interventions landed on their shores. I've been looking at your hearse. They say you were a person, your role an institution, but splendor and grace cannot erase guilt from the colonizer. History tells a different tale. Truth tells a different version.
Yes. As I told y'all, he's always coming with the truth for you. I bet y'all wasn't ready. I wasn't even ready. Let me unmute, please. Give Joski some love for all them.
Shit.
Wow.
Long,
Stunners.
Thank you for
long
that.
live the truth.
Really.
Long live the truth in this bitch. Tell him, Joski.
Beautiful, beautiful work as usual. As usual. Thank you, Joski, for bringing us some new shit at that. So you may also hear us yell obscenities throughout the evening, particularly ones that we like to repeat. If you just wrote something and maybe it's real fresh, either today or since the last time you were here, or you've never shared it before, and you let us know that, you will hear somebody yell new shit. That doesn't mean we're trying to call your stuff poo, okay? So please don't be offended. That's not that what we mean at all. It just means we're excited that you are creating new things, and so that we can be inspired by what you create next, all right? So thank you for that new shit, Joski, and for always being here and bringing up the vibes, okay? So the next person to bring us some more vibes is Vale Larkin. We haven't seen Vale in a little bit. I'm super excited to see them. All right, so you guys get excited too, because Vale is a force. Let me hush my mouth so they can show you for themselves. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Vale.
Hi,
Hi.
thank you. Sorry. Ray Jane is very sweet and is letting me read something that's slightly over 3 minutes, so I have permission. File complaints as necessary. This is a sequence. Exoplanet. 1. I am so lost here in this meat, and I can't tell if it's holding us back or holding us up. I can't tell what's real in this soup. Mind-melding gut bacteria, hormone profiles, mirror neurons, a fungus that takes over your brain. Reality is teeming with potential, seething, swarming with options and possibilities. I don't know if I could even imagine anything beyond these bone-bound oubliettes we find ourselves in. I imagine nonsense, feeling without juice, thought without salt, life without meat, a disembodied, infinitely malleable awareness. If I can follow every last spark of sensation to its nerve-laced origin, what do ghosts know with? How do they feel? Where does their love live? 2. I find here myself. I find here at the center the string and slime and congealed grit of me. I find biological agents of order and change, shelter and love. I find every drop of passion running through blood, lymph, cerebrospinal fluid teeming with proteins and antagonists. Here is a memory made of acid and oil. Here is joy, an astronaut, flying from dendrite to dendrite, faith in the void and velocity. Here is the definition of serendipitous, arrayed in all its molecular whimsy. Here is the faintest trace of madness and caffeine. Where is art? Is all creation only synthesis? How is imagination? 3. There are millions of beings who call your meat home. You are a metropolis, a biome, an ambulatory planet. Do planets go to heaven when they die? Does the Earth's mood shift as we roil her matter with our gouging, churning, burrowing? Watch her magma flow in great slow beats, her passion rising. And we, her parasites, clinging to her skin and believing we are the answer. When she dies, does she go to heaven? 4. Beyond all this teeming, squeezing, salivating life, what is it about the spaces between, the millimeters between, the heartbeats between, the bones of your spine and the thread from which dangles your life? What is it about this small emptiness that is so vitally important that losing it, even once in a while, even for a little, even in just a few places, coccyx and lumbar, between C6 and C7, can stop everything? A skipped beat, a stilled rib, and gone as though you never once oozed your liquid, illogical self across the surface of this world. Do planets go to heaven when they die? I wonder for just a little while longer, or longer and longer, feeling dissected from meat, mind from oil and electrolytes, and soul, oh soul, do you go to heaven? Do you die? Little planets, wandering lost. Who are we?
Ooh, I'm so glad I said yes. That was worth every freaking bit of that. Please unmute yourselves and give Val some love.
Thank you.
Val, that was so profound.
Wow,
Just
Val.
moving.
Val's always incredible to hear your work. Truly.
Thanks, Elemental.
Oh, fantastic work as always. We're always so glad to have you. Thank you for returning to us. Every time you come is right on time. So thank you. Thank you again, asking us about these little body bags that we live in, right? And we have to survive in. And sometimes it's easy. No, it's never easy. We wish it was easier, though. We appreciate you for giving us something to think about, as always. All right. And thank you for going overtime, because we needed that. We needed every word of it. Next person up is Burn Bridges. I hope he's got something new or old or in between. Doesn't matter. We want it all. Please unmute yourself and let the folks know what you got to share.
Hey, gonna play electric tonight, and also I probably won't do very many covers, but I want to do the cover tonight. I've been live with a 5-year-old, have a 5-year-old, and always on the quest to find music we both want to listen to. And there's been a lot of Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie on the rotation, and it had me thinking about this song, which was written in 1940 as a response to God Bless America. But a lot of the original verses have been omitted in most versions, and I wrote a couple of my own as well. So here we go. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, and I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding This land was made for you and me. As I was walking, I saw a sign there, and that sign said, no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. Now that side was made for you and me. When the sun came shining, then I was a-strolling, and the wheat fields waving, and the dust clouds rolling. A voice came chanting as a fog was lifting, said this land was made for you and me. Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking that freedom highway. Nobody living can ever make me turn my back. This land was made for you and me. In the square of the city, in the shadow of the steeple, near the relief office, I saw my people as they stood hungry. I stood there wondering if this land was made for you and me. This land was stolen, it's been made rotten, its people broken, its forests choking in the Mississippi. They don't have water. This land needs love, it don't need me. This song is my song, this song is your song. Write your own verses, ring your voice strong. Words can transcend hate, words can fan a spark. This song is made for me and you. This song is made for me and you.
Hell yeah, burn bridges, burn that shit down, and burn the mic while you're at it. Okay, please unmute yourselves and give Burn Bridges some love.
Whoa,
I love
burn.
when revolution takes song form.
Glad you
It's
joined
just
us,
something about it.
everybody.
It's
Yes.
just something about it.
Man.
Appreciate
Yes.
Hey.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Ooh.
Frame up, man.
Okay, got on that electric guitar and then lit that shit on fire and then lit the background on fire and then dropped the mic on. It kept expanding. I love how you changed it and made it pertinent for today and truly inclusive the way that it was supposed to be, or at least we think it was supposed to be. We appreciate you for your artistry. That was fucking amazing. We appreciate you. All right. Okay, y'all. We going up. We going up. Are y'all ready? Are y'all? Because I'm ready. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all. Okay. I appreciate that. Let's go on to the next exciting artist. He is doing it all and he's got a tour coming up. I'm going to let him tell you about it. Okay. He did us the gift of bringing Pinky all the way to New York so that we could meet and hug Pinky for ourselves. Please give it up for Pinky and the Jeff, as Elemental has said. Please unmute yourself, Jeff Cottrell.
All right, yes, I was just in New York this weekend. I got to meet several of you in person, in the flesh. Ray Jane, Deadpan Lizzie, Generalissimo, Nick, Elaine Hill, Kemlin, bunch of you got to see in person, so that was cool. And I've got a book tour coming up next month in Europe, in the UK and France and Ireland, with our Australian friend Skylar Winter. So I'll put some info about that in the chat when I'm done. So this is, I could say it's new. It was actually a really old unfinished piece that I just recently came back and finished. So we'll see how that works. It's called Performance Review. Company name, Planet Earth. Date, August 25, 2022, regarding employee performance review. Employee number 77-7777777-777. Employee name, God. Overall performance. During the employee's many years of service with Planet Earth, he has demonstrated a remarkable creativity and power at sporadic moments. It is clear that the employee shows a great amount of potential. However, much of the time, he fails to live up to said potential and in fact shows an astonishingly poor attitude towards his professional duties. As a supervisor alone, his lack of concern for the morale and job satisfaction of his underlings is deeply troubling and requires immediate corrective action. Areas of strength. The employee has shown exemplary abilities in the creative and aesthetic aspects of his position. Much of Planet Earth is a visually attractive workspace due to the employee's exceptional and instinctive talents in this area. Areas needing improvement. A serious issue with the employee's work routine, one that cannot be ignored, is that he appears to have severe anger problems. The employee has a troubling habit of spiteful actions towards underlings who have displeased him, often with dire consequences. Planet Earth would like to suggest that the employee enroll in one of our corporate anger management workshops in order to learn how to deal better with these feelings of rage and jealousy, at least in a way that does not disrupt the routine of his colleagues. Equally of concern is that the employee demonstrates a shocking level of indifference towards his underlings, particularly when they are in the greatest need of his assistance. The employee has access to all of his colleagues' requests, pleas, and complaints, yet he deliberately ignores them and even pretends not to have heard them with a disturbing level of frequency, no matter how urgent or consequential the issue at hand. Teamwork is an important component in organizational success, yet the employee appears to be indifferent, even openly hostile, to the concept of serving as part of a team. Related to the indifference problem, but also worthy of separate note, is the employee's constant absenteeism. Indeed, the employee has so rarely shown up to work at Planet Earth in recent years that it is not unusual for his colleagues to question if he even exists. This naturally results in a lack of trust, which is a key element of successful teamwork. Conclusion. While the employee's creative gifts and other strong powers are not to be denied, the company is deeply concerned about his tendencies towards angry outbursts, indifference towards work, and absenteeism. We feel that the employee needs to sit down and contemplate how serious he is about contributing to Planet Earth's welfare and whether he intends to become a more productive and cooperative presence here. Otherwise, we may be forced to take drastic disciplinary measures. We would highly recommend the aforementioned anger management sessions, which will teach the employee more socially acceptable methods of dealing with negative emotions, as well as more positive workplace traits such as empathy, cooperation, and good sportsmanship. If these issues cannot be corrected in the near future, Planet Earth may be forced to look for a replacement for the employee, or if a satisfactory replacement cannot be found, to terminate the position itself permanently and take its chances without it. End of review. So that was a performance review.
That was awesome. And this is why we love Jeff. Out the box as fuck. Please unmute yourselves and give Jeff some love.
Yeah.
That was an interesting concept. I like that.
Brilliant.
That's really
Brilliant.
Wow.
The point of view.
Jeff.
I agree, Nick. Interesting point of view, right? We love that. Sometimes it's hard to break outside of your box. Sometimes you don't even know you're in a box. So we love Jeff because he pushes us and shows us that we can do this in so many different ways. And it's always entertaining when Jeff gets down. Please, 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 please order Hate Story. Support this poet. Did y'all hear what he said? He has a European tour coming up. If you don't know what you can do with your art, just listen tonight, right? Just let your peers tell you what they are already doing. And I dare you to take a chance on yourself, right? Because we've got obvious examples of how you can be successful in so many different ways. We are proud to know you, Jeff, and happy to have you with us, inspiring us in this room. All right, y'all are going up. I told y'all it's exciting in here. I already told you. Listen, we have a little bit more space on the good luck round. please do let me know if you are interested in a private message, a Zoom DM, if you will. Okay, Zoom DM me. Let me know if you want to get down, and we will try to make space for you. In the meantime, in between time, the next person that's coming up, listen, if you haven't already eaten, you didn't get your snack in today, please go get you a cookie or something, because this man's poetry is delicious, okay? And you'll get to know why on your own. But I warned you, don't act like you hungry in the middle of it and turn your video off and go find snacks when I already told you what to okay? Generalissimo, please unmute yourselves and let the folks know what you got going on and share your work.
Well, this weekend I'm going to be doing a live show at Swampscott, Massachusetts Porch Fest, where I've been invited to read on somebody's porch. It's kind of a different thing, little arts fest that they do over there. I just wanted to say I saw Jeff Cottrell live, and it was the most incredible thing. And the woman who's coming after me, Elaine Hill, oh my Lord. I don't know if she's ever been to the New York before, but she's a person that we have to say, oh my Lord, about, because she is just incredible. I can't say enough about her. You know, so many wonderful people. I got to meet Urban Cowboy this weekend. I met Nick again. I met Ray Jane again. I mean, oh, what a wonderful weekend it was. I'm gonna be a little serious. I'm gonna read a 9/11 poem. So it's called It Was Just as Tragic in Black and White. Robert W. Smith III was a Vietnam vet who lived in a room directly above me in a rooming house in Portland, Maine. It was a Tuesday. It was sometime after 8:46 a.m. Rob was banging on my door. I woke and slogged to the door. He was screaming about how they just crashed a plane into the World Trade Center. It did not sound true. I needed to brush my teeth. Come up and watch my TV. I didn't have a TV at the time. I followed him. His TV was an old school 13-inch black and white model with rabbit ears. On the screen was a plane hitting the side of one of the towers. It looked like shoddy CGI special effects in a summer movie. The scene was on a loop that would last for days. The scene was on a loop like the Challenger explosion when I was a sophomore in college. September 11th was the 21st century's Pearl Harbor, except civilians were the targets and terrorists used passenger planes instead of warplanes. As I watched the planes take down the towers on Rob's TV, I thought about when I was 14 and took an elevator to the top with my parents, Brother Alan and Uncle Sam. I thought about the times I stood outside the towers when I lived in New York. I thought they looked like two really tall, shiny square skyscrapers, nothing much more than that. Now there's a fancy monumental hole in the ground and another building just as tall, 50 feet away from the original location, that serves as an observation deck and overpriced tourist trap. Robert W. Smith III now resides in the Veteran Cemetery in the shade of a century-old oak in Johnson City, Tennessee. He had a 21-gun salute at his funeral. His grave is in the exact parallel spot, one row behind a close friend who lived directly downstairs from his Johnson City veteran apartment. His sister thought that was a strange, happy twist of fate. Unlike the over 2,700 souls buried together in concrete, steel, office furniture, staplers, and incinerated airplanes, whose fates were blown up and burnt to smithereens on September 11th, 2001. Thank you, everyone. And of course, next Monday is my next Cafe Generalissimo.
Thank you, Generalissimo, for reminding us never to forget. Please unmute yourselves and
I just
give.
want to say you don't have to spend money to go see the memorial, you know.
Mhm.
That was beautiful.
That's true. That's true.
Great work, Generalist.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Like I said, we do it all in here, right? Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down, sometimes we are in love, sometimes we are grieving, right? So there's space for whatever comes across your pen here. We appreciate you for honoring your friends, with your poetry and sharing him with us tonight. We appreciate you. And for all those lost and affected by the catastrophe that we just had another anniversary of, we send our love to you and we're holding space with you. All right. 21 years, Lizzie says. Isn't that amazing how time flies, right? 21 years. Seems like it wasn't that long ago. Ooh, hopefully one day we will have less anniversaries of tragedies to commemorate. All right, next person up, bringing us something to chew on intellectually, is Elaine Hill. Generalissimo hyped you up. We excited. We're gonna bring back the excitement for you, okay? Please unmute yourself so we can hear what you have to say. And I think I got to hug you this weekend too. Is that true?
You did. You did. It was me. Listen, with that hype up, I'm like, oh, gee, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? No, yeah, I was in New York last weekend. So I got to hug a lot of y'all in person. And that was really, really, it was phenomenal. What you guys have at New Yo is phenomenal. And I use the same word twice, and that's what poets don't do. So listen, there aren't any other words. And we, fun story on, well, not fun, but on 9/11, my friend and I, we were still in New York, but we had to head out of town. We got lost on the subway and ended up, we're like, oh crap, we got to get, so we got off at the World Trade Center by accident. Like, so fun story. It was very necessary, and it was a kind of a beautiful moment of getting to experience something bodily that we didn't know we needed until we were there. So anyway, not trying to take y'all's time, but as an outsider coming in, it was really a gift. So I'm going to read something I haven't read before on a mic. This is from a collection of poems that I haven't decided if I'm publishing or not, or if I want to get published or not, or if I need to use a pen name, because it was a collection I wrote in literally 3 months, kind of post breakup. So it's all of my trauma body like showing up, but I'm telling real stories about real narcissistic people and family members that are no longer family members. And trying to figure out if I need to protect my girls by not putting my name on it and letting them find out the truth in another way. Or so anyway, we'll see, but I'm going to just play with reading this. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, if I don't know what I'm talking about, listen. This one is called Inner Psychologist. Tell me deep how you're feeling, who you really are under the red car. What's happening? Why do you wish violence all the time, like you are littered with scars from the crib you were born in, when the horrors of the frying pan are empty, eggs for breakfast every morning? Do you feel guilty for the perfection of your dysfunction? Are you not replaying that now? Are you not replaying that now? Are you not replaying a yellow guitar string bound ring? How long have you been hiding in shiny cars with cats sitting? Mom tells the story, or maybe a sister, of the kitty who didn't move off the radiator in time. See the wrecking. I notice when I'm resting, I'm never resting, waiting for a phone book to drop on the doorstep. Too short, too long, too hot, too far to slink into corners. Death seems a quick consolation. I wasn't abused, just not seen. My body doesn't know the difference. I just like to be talked to and held and laughed with by someone who loves me. Daddy is working. Mama depressed or praying about the same. I call my neighbor to come play every day. There's no shame in playing. My parents are good people, just don't know what love is. I don't know what love is. How do you know what love is when what is replaying is not love, is ignore me until I go writing my feelings on every doorpost, then leave, uproot when I get comfortable. This is not my first time around this scene. I'm a regular at this bar, drinks on me. This time I'm not coming here again, just gotta figure out how I got here in the first, second, third place. Anyone got an inkling?
Now, Elaine, I know you didn't get up there and start talking about you didn't know if you were going to be as this or that. That was fantastic and thought-provoking. Please unmute yourselves and let us know how you feel.
Oh, that was so beautiful.
Girl.
Your girl should know you wrote that one.
I really
Of course
like
you
the
should sign
Elaine,
into it.
thank you so much for being here.
Of course
I
you should.
appreciate your art. Thank you so much. That was so inspired and felt through my bones.
Great to meet you, Elaine, and amazing subject.
That's right. Absolutely. You belong here. You're not an outsider looking in. You're not a visitor. Okay. Act like this is where you live. Go in the refrigerator, get you a snack. Okay. We love to have you here. We hope that you return to us. You can see Lizzie put in the chat, one of us, and we mean that when we say that. All that means is every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, if ever you're looking for a home, whether that's just to listen or to share, you can find yourself here and find yourself welcome. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that and for sharing that story on how 9/11, how you had a personal experience in that space of loss and grief. So we appreciate you for sharing that as well. And come on back, all right? Don't be a stranger. I mean, we know real life happens. You're allowed to miss one or two, but don't make it a habit, all right? Because, you know, it's real loving right now, but we'll find you on the internet, okay? That's why I've been stalking y'all a little bit. Everybody who goes, I take a little snippet, okay? So please don't be surprised if you find a little snippet of yourself in your inbox because somebody cares about your piece and took a little bit of it. Okay. Next person that I'll be stalking, that we'll be hearing is Christopher Robin. Please unmute yourselves and y'all get excited for them. Okay. It's another artist amongst us. Okay. Unmute yourself. Let the folks know where they can find you at and what you got to share.
Thank you. I'll post my Instagram after, but it's easy. It's Waiting for Christopher Robin. And I don't really have much of an artist internet presence. That's just my personal one, but I do post some poetry on there. So this one's called Right on Time, and I've been working with it the past week or so. For the first time in my life, the fire-like tinges on the trees feel right on time. The summer seemed to stretch infinitely for my child self, and it's always left too soon as an adult. I don't remember the transition. I can't pinpoint when my season changed, and I learned to latch on to the heat, to yearn for the spring so hard I missed half of it, lost in the dark of winter long after all had thawed. So the winter seemed to bleed into summer, which then flew by, until I found myself grasping at falling leaves desperately, somehow missing the brilliant colors and delightful crunches created. Then suddenly it was Halloween, my forever favorite day. I savored it and clutched it tightly as I braced myself for winter's sure despair. But not this year. This year I've noticed every subtle shift. The first buds and blooms as the days lengthen, planning tiny things, watching them grow. The longest day, and the ecstasy of being enveloped in cool water when the air gets too hot to bear. Tomatoes ripening, flowers opening, herb harvesting, berry picking, beach hopping, then sunsetting earlier, liking it because it means we can start the fire sooner instead of resenting every extra moment of my beloved darkness, welcoming her back to more of my waking hours without pushing the day away, because there is no scarcity of my gratitude, because love is not finite, and besides, they'd never make me choose. Our plants could use some more sun, but if our harvest is stunted, that's okay. There are more important things than maximizing productivity. Summer has had its time in the sun, and I'm ready to let go into the fall. I won't try to catch the leaves this time. I'll lie on my back and watch them flutter to the ground around me until I get cold and head inside to warm up by the fire. I'll take a warm bath and wrap up in a cozy quilt to settle into the deep silence of a long night blanketed in snow. But not yet. Now I will linger in this just before fall, this no longer quite summer. This, the basil is getting bitter, we better make some pesto. This apple picking, marshmallow pie baking, tomato sauce making, water waiting, time. And as I write these lines, I realize there's a chill in the air. I think it's better go close the windows for the nighttime. Thank you.
Thank you, giving us all kinds of pumpkin spice. So you know we ready. You know we ready. Please unmute yourselves and give Christopher Robin some love.
Wonderful.
Oh, yes. And so
Absolutely amazing.
I love all the food references, berries, pies,
I love all the
marshmallows.
messages and shit.
Hey, I'm hungry. Listen, I gotta make sure I keep snacks with y'all. Y'all just, my gosh. Like really, between the poetry being delicious and then you just bringing up all my favorite things. First of all, that poem gave me heavy hoodie season, lovely sweater, warmth around the fire. Let's go get some apples. You feel me? Like, thank you, Christopher Robin. First of all, for also reminding us to be present, right? Because time does what? It just flies. So before you know it, your seasons change, and what a shame it would be if you weren't paying attention, right? So thank you. Thank you for reminding us to stay in the moment and enjoy the spice of the pumpkinness, because we've been waiting all year for it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really excited. Okay. And y'all have to bear with me. I get excited being here. I consider this a privilege to be amongst you, to give you and share this platform, right? And make sure that you feel loved and honored in this space. So if you feel me or hear me being silly from time to time, it's a reflection of how excited I am to be with you and to hear your words. So I hope that comes through. All right, speaking of the next person that's going to come through, I've been waiting all night to see who is this in these red frames. It's your red to my blue. I don't know if you noticed, but we're meant to be by the frames at least. Please do let me know. Let us know if you've ever been here before, if you've ever performed. If not, if this is your first time, and that's to UK, and also to anybody else who is joining us. If it is your first time, please let us know. We have a very special way of making sure that you know you are welcome now and in the future. So I'll let me unmute Kay with the red frames and the red lip. Welcome, welcome.
Hi everyone, my name is Kay. This is my first time here at this cafe. Thank you, but it is not my first time performing. I have recited original poetry in the past. I'm a newly established poet. I just released my debut poetry book, Rhetoric Maniac, available on Amazon. And I look like I'm 15, but I'm actually 20 years old. I'm in college. And today I want to recite an original poem for you that's narrative and it's lovey-dovey. And it's from my poetry book, and it's called The Limping Zombie and the Contused Fairy. have thought that a disfigured, decomposed, limping zombie from the Big Apple would have the pleasure of soul binding with a Polish contused fairy. Danced equally with her, spung me dearly, spung her gently. Her temperatureless, soft hands could feel my carotid artery racing. Who would dare to kiss these dried lips and this crooked jaw folk? I mean, look at me. My many missing chipped teeth, my melted chopped ears, my loss of cartilage, torn nose, my expired sunken yellow eyes, my bony lifted cheeks, my peeling hollow skin, my thinning, messy, dark brown hair, my shedding rough skin, my wicked molding toenails, my phalangeed, fragmented hands, my ragged ripped clothes, my heavy, thick accent. Her elegant tongue left me speechless. Danced off the beat with her, dripped me lovely, dipped her sweetly. I have never felt so alive since my death. My senses were stirring up again for her. And still, after all that, you are the story which happened to me, Frankie. You and me, Eve. You and me. Return to her backstage, location of endless, conscious rest. Her here truths are sadly never before. When I embraced the faded figure of her, the fates ate my head, so I laid her to rest. This fear of kinetic energy vanished. The resource she relied on to exist spiritually, she then blended in with the environment. Dance, the limping zombie. Dance, the contused fairy. Dance, in front of the earth. Danced, for all that was worth.
Yes, Kay. So welcome. Let me be the first to say that our tradition here is that if this is the first time that you are here, we unmute and everyone shares with you, yells at you, they get loud at you to let you know the thing that they wish somebody would have said to them when it was their first time in the space. So I'm gonna let the space speak to you for a bit. After that wonderful performance, thank you for being here and welcome. Unmute yourselves and give us some
welcome. Woo!
Show us that book again.
Yes.
How do we put the book
Welcome to the
in
Weirdo
Congratulations on your book.
Buy the book. Buy the book, y'all.
Where it is.
Put your info in the chat.
This is where they say one up. The storytelling is amazing. See.
Thank you so much for the support, everyone. I'll be sure to list my information.
Yes, please. I told you they were going to get loud with you. That's what we do here, okay? So one of us, again, means that you have a home here every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. This is your first time, but that's all it takes to get in the family. We give this love for free. Please don't leave any behind. And when I say that, I mean, please do check the chat. I mean that for all of you. Look into the chat after your performance. There is love in the chat for you. I also stalked you already, Kay. I already found your book on Amazon, boo. It's already in the chat, okay? It's a whole blue hyperlink. So anybody who is interested in buying Rhetoric Maniac, go ahead and look in the chat, scroll up and get your life, okay? So if you ain't nobody did nothing for you this week, the New Yo has promoted your beautiful book. Thank you for taking your time to share with us, all right? And please do find Kay. We hope this finds you here the next Thursday and the next Thursday and the next Thursday and maybe one off and then the next Thursday, okay? All right. So next person up to get this love is our blue goddess herself. Oh my God. You guys excited? I'm excited. It's the hair for me. Kim Lynn, please unmute yourself.
Hi, Regine. Hello, poets. I already miss all of you in New York. Man, I'm like ready to be back. And Kay, I love you and your name because my eldest daughter is named C-A-Y as well. So yay, yay for Kays. All right, tonight I have Vertigo for you. Spinning, twirling, swirling, unending merry-go-round. Not enough, not good enough, not enough. Do it again. Repeat once more, one more time. Not enough. More, the insatiable, more. Monster called best, never rest. Its ravenous appetite desires more. Mysterious doors leading nowhere, no wise, no house. I don't know which path to choose. Door 1, door 2, door 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3. Which is the right permutation? Choose now. Right, wrong, pass, fail, yes, no, wrong answer, no exit. I can't find the exit. Oh, there it is, coda. Go back to the beginning, spinning round and round and round and round. Turntable, mysterious doors leading nowhere, no wise, no house. I don't know which path to choose. Those doors, tunnels don't matter. Only the who, that is you, matters. Take the needle, put it back on track. Play, listen, hum, sing, sway, dance, until your song is played to the very end. Then stop. Listen to a new song.
Ooh, come on with the cadence and giving us all kinds of rhythm. Please unmute yourselves and give Kemlin some love.
Kemlin.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
Kemlin.
Cadence.
Gorgeous.
It's your two over here in New York, too.
I aspire to be just like that.
Awesome. Kemlin is another force to be reckoned with. It's not just the pink or the blue here, folks. It's a whole mermaid outfit. I'm trying to tell y'all, the dress was crazy on the weekend. We barely made it. It was too fun. We love you, Kemlin. You know we can't wait to have you back. She gives the best hugs. And so does her brother, okay? He's always a part of the show as well. So we love it when it's a family affair, because when you're here, it's always a family affair. Okay. Thank you, Kemlin, for your grace. We appreciate you and your words. All right, moving on to our next poet. Yes, please come back to New York City, Kemlin. Okay. I just had to get that in there. I'm sorry, guys. Next person up is Ike Waltz. And I know he is in the room. Let me find his face. There goes your face. All right, Ike, you have also been made a co-host. So if you'd like to share your screen, I know you've got a little bit of a longer piece today, but it just so happens we had a glitch. So the internets are with you. So go ahead and do your thing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Regine. An IQ is a bizarre form of video poetry combining abstract singing, the spoken word, imagery, and the human weakness for keyhole voyeurism. You will experience a secretly recorded dinner dialogue inside an authentic cucina italiana, eerily imaged in a ghostly graveyard, viewed through a voyeur's keyhole. The participants, shall I say, the unlikely couple, a pretty opera singer and a lovesick admirer. So let me see if I can get it going.
Uh-oh. Ike, where'd you go? I see the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I don't see Ike. Ike, are you still there? Oh no. Have we lost Ike to the Zoomverse? Oh hell. I think the Zoomverse ate him, y'all. He's still there. I see him. I just don't hear anything. Ike, we don't hear anything. Are you still there? Blink if you need help, Ike. All right. All right, Ike, I see you're unmuted, but I don't hear anything. I don't know if you can hear us. But like we said, technical difficulties happen. We are with you, Ike. So if things kind of get back together, please let me know. I will make sure that we have space and time for you. I am unsure what happened. I don't know. Your video went off and then you went away. So hopefully nothing grabbed you. In the meantime, yeah, maybe he popped off. That's okay. Like we said, hey guys, this is the real world, right? It's crazy outside and it's crazy in the Zoomverse sometimes. Okay, there goes Ike. He's back. Hold on. Let me see if we can get him back on. In the meantime, let's go to the next artist until Ike can get back on here. And and he's back in. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can unmute him. Let's see. Are you back, Ike? Oh boy. All right. I think he came in and came off. That's all right. It's all good. Ike, if you can hear my voice and you're back in the room, please message me. I'm going to let you go after Mr. Tezazoma, who I don't know if he's in the room either. And if he's not, we're going to go to the next person as well. We're going to keep it moving, keep it grooving to Messiah Payne. Messiah, are you in the room with us still? Yes, you are. I'm going to ask you to unmute while we get our friend Ike together.
Hey, Regine, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you, Messiah? We got a chance to meet in person too on the weekend, didn't we?
Yeah, we sure did. It was great.
It was a beautiful hug. You know, it was top 10. It was top 10, Messiah. Go ahead, do your thing.
Thanks. I'm going to read one poem called The Root of Narcissus. Suggestions of immortality lie in the mirror's reflection, in the elusive approach to find serenity within, foreboding an unyielding mystique that this self wavers on the edge of disaster. When you look at me, I wonder what it is you see, or more accurately, what it is you seek. Will you find me where I am, or lose me in erroneous interpretation? Shall I be simple for you, or free myself from the privilege of being just like you? What shall it be? What will you have? Does it matter to me? I find that the mirror, though it remains as silent as I am, is a far better estimate of self. And in that solitude, I find in your absence that strength begets no feasible wisdom I can utter. It exists only for me, through me, in me, where your words cannot reach. My passion is an instinct to travel the wayward miles toward God on the ineffable benefaction that is my truth. Thank you.
Ooh, short and powerful. Please unmute yourselves. Give Messiah some love.
Oh,
Yeah, Messiah.
Messiah.
Okay, coming in with them rib punches. You know what I'm saying? Right, right in your spleen with the words. Messiah, we need our spleens. Okay, be nice. Be nice. You guys make sure you follow Messiah. Please put your information in the chat. There is still time if you went and you forgot to put your information in the chat. No time like the present. Please drop your info so we can find you, so we can lift you, so we can put your Amazon links to your books and the other spaces that we go to. We love to have you here and we want to have an opportunity to encourage you. Can't do that if we can't find you. Okay, so please make it easy for us. Okay, the next person who is coming up is probably bringing some mommy and daddy language with him. So if you got the babies around, you got your little boos around, please put them in the bed. Because Eddie, the fireman foreman, is certainly about to heat up the space. Let me ask my brother to unmute himself.
Hey, how's it going? Woo! Well, Ed Fireman's my name and XC is my game. Hope everyone's ready for some smut to get out of their rut. All right, strap in. This is going to be a long one. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. Sometimes I'm a sexual fiend. All right, this is called Soaked Dreams. My explicit thoughts dancing in my head as I lay down on my bed. It's night, but I'm seeing crimson red. Something scrumptious up ahead. This is going to be my illustrated fantasy. Some erotica in this reality is to awaken our scorching sexuality, to elevate our sensational spirituality. As your naked body lay next to me while we scream like horny banshees, hearts full of passion, sexual glee, while we bask in the deep velvet sea. You're so beautiful to put into words while my hands scratch your file like a record. Now, I can't wait for what's going to occur. It's something I can't put into simple verbs. Let my seductive poetry draw you in my fantasy. It's okay to be jittery and antsy. I want to rip off your pink chastity to help me relieve my crazy insanity. Your eyes look wide, moving slowly to touch something so bare and showy. Right now, we're going to do something so unholy to make us feel holy. My kisses touch your neck while I kiss every naked tiny speck. Slowly, I peck, 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 soothing your clear, sweaty deck. My lips admire every inch to inch while I squeeze and pinch. My dear, please leave your hands and feet unclenched while you flinch. I search for the spots that drive you insane, to burn your pains. Come on, baby, bring the eternal rain to rust those suppressed chains. I passionately wiggle my tongue between your legs while you rest your head. I love to suck your heels and pink small egg while you softly beg, beg, and beg. Innocent acts of early pleasure brings out the wildest action for your quick satisfaction, trying to summon an inner reaction to make your climax a main attraction. Your essence digests completely as you feel my erect wand inside your pink pot extremely, as we shake, dance, and moan freely while I stare into your pale white eyes, sweetie. I massage your breast while I fulfill your hidden desire request. Honey, you look so possessed while I spread my absolute best. I'm doing multiple positions to match your whirling, swirling situations. I'm doing crazy combination while I give you soft and bold stimulations. We're moving to places we never explore while I bang on your door. I can't wait to see what's in store while I break your burning core. I'm quickly picking up the pace to win this erotic speedy race, feeling your hair on my face while our minds and heart get erased. I can feel your dam getting ready to burst while I quench my thirst, loving you when you're about to squirt while I repeat the same verse. You paint the sheets while we spread out in a sweaty defeat. Honey, do you love your midnight treat that made us feel more complete? The sun flickering in your eyes while we bask in azure skies. Our moody cloud dies while we sleep over the passing fireflies. Thank you.
Hot, spicy, folks. I hope you survived it. Please unmute yourselves and give Ed some love.
Quite a lot of spice.
Yo,
I
just got halfway through.
They're gonna have Ed like start writing like Valentine's Day cards.
They're gonna be dancing.
They're gonna rhyme all the
They gonna rhyme all the time. That's right, our poetastic brother. Okay. Now you see, MJ just gave you a money-making idea. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Cause I'd like to have me one of them spicy Valentine's cards, or just Valentine in general, whatever. Next person up, hold on a minute. Hold on. Just in case you didn't know, we have made it to the good luck round, folks. So all the extra people who didn't get on the guaranteed list because our glitches was hating on us, we will not be stopped. The poetry shan't be kept from the people. Okay, so we are getting into our good luck round, and Nick, I got you. Nick will be actually closing us out this evening. So the first person up on the good luck round is Levi Miracle. Please unmute yourself and let the folks know what you got to share.
Hello, Ray Jane. Thanks for having me. I'm coming from Tucumcari, New Mexico. And I'm going to be reading for you tonight a poem from my book, The Autobiography of a Broken Kid. It can be now bought on Amazon for less than $5. So if you want to try it out, see what you think. This poem is called Redemption. How we remember, what we remember, and why we remember form the most personal map of individuality. Christina Baldwin. Forgive me, Father, but I'm not a dying age, not a lopsided heart cage you pretend to enter, where all you'll find here is barbed wire, the rotting stench of heartbreak meat, a dusty eulogy that was never read, but instead, you'll find the polished gleam of another, the intoxicating embrace of a soulmate, a masterpiece ending to the story written by the stars. Forgive me, Mother, but I'm not a post-dated check or reserved royalty, a loveless egg sac the hen abandoned, a token black hand you shake but know is dirtied, a chuckle in your frog throat by the mere mention of my affliction. No, I'm a welcome tourist in the land of embrace, a carpenter with sculpted words and enduring tools a mother would be proud of. Forgive me, brother, but I'm not a cobblestone staircase, an ancient walk place you have to bear. It's a trouble trod for you, isn't it, brother? A beckoned godless terrain your feet must endure, a callous journey you'll never want to take again, but I'm a pillowcase yellow brick road, a foundation, a pathway that will lead you home. Forgive me, sister, but I'm not a lost cause with a simple clause. A freckle-nosed brother you cherished once in a daydream. I was never par for your course, always coarse in a smoothing gesture of compassion, hollowed in ways I never understood until now, but forgiveness must be earned. And I am not graphite in a lead-penciled world. I will write my signature among every other on earth. In the book, eternity will remember. In the book, eternity will read. Thank you.
Oh, the book Eternity will read. Please unmute yourselves and give Levi some love for that.
Yeah,
Yes,
Levi.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Beautiful, man.
Woof.
Oh, Levi's a beast. I'm glad that you keep coming, Levi.
Thank you,
Always great to
Michael.
hear you. He is a beast.
Thank you, brother.
Is a beast. Okay, we are all in danger of that beastliness. Okay, hollowed in ways I never understood until now. That line right there, Levi, for me, that's the whole thing. Please put your book up one more time so we can see what it looks like when we go. You already have a sale in the chat, by the way. Someone bought your book between the time that you put it up in the screen and the time that you shared from it. So please put that information in the chat so you can get more than one sale this evening. Okay, get your coins, Levi, get your coins. Okay. Exactly, make it rain for the books. All right, we are appreciative. That is wonderful. Thank you for taking your time to share from your book. We are proud to know you, all you artists who are brave enough to put yourselves out there and put it in print and immortalize yourself in that way. We thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you also for starting off the good luck round with some poppin' poetry. Okay, next person to bring us some more of that is Oh, this is a part of my personal poetry community. You know, there are a lot of people that you will meet in these spaces. Not everyone will pour into you. Not everyone will be there for you to pour into, but some of them will help pivot your poetry in such a positive direction. For me, this next person is most certainly one of those people in my life, and her name is Mickey like Mickey Mouse. So please unmute yourself. You guys bring her in with some love. I'm so happy to have you in the space. How you doing, Mickey?
Hi.
Hey.
So glad to be here. What an introduction. That was like so touching. Thank you so much. I have 2 poems today that I'd like to share. This is my first time performing at the New York Poets Cafe. It's such an honor. There's like so many like amazing poets that have come through here, and so many amazing poets that are in this room right now. So this one I wrote for my sister. I love her very much. God bless her always. A nameplate necklace. I'm so careless. Solid gold. A nameplate necklace. And I'm told the way I speak is bold. Solid gold. The location of my grandmother's ring is unknown. And I'm told the way I speak is bold. Amethyst, my sister's birthstone. The location of my grandmother's ring is unknown. I gave her a Bronx girl staple for Christmas one year. Amethyst, my sister's birthstone. I don't recall how things between us got so severe. I gave her a Bronx girl staple for Christmas one year. I walk around with this lack of awareness. I don't recall how things between us got so severe. I'm so careless. Thank you guys. And this second one is called A Glass of Water. It's a golden shovel after Pablo Neruda's absence. When I swam in the ocean last weekend, I thought about how we haven't ever done that together. I have swallowed the lump in my throat more times than I can count. I found a letter I wrote to you 4 years ago. Somehow each teardrop felt the same. Other men have filled baths for me with oils and Epsom salts, yet I remain thirsty for only you. And I think about all the waterfalls we said we'd see together. You have introduced me to this code of love and tolerance. Drunk on you, I throw up, and somehow all my past lives don't seem to matter. The last time I saw you, we shared a glass of water. And do you remember the way your kiss was filled with blood?
Yes, Mickey, I'm so happy you're here and welcome. So you already know how we get down in here. If you didn't hear from before, we are going to unmute and the room is going to give you what they all would have wanted on their first time here. Please unmute yourselves and give Mickey some love and welcome her.
Welcome, Mickey.
Welcome, Mickey. Wow.
Mickey, your poetry is full of life, so we appreciate you for bringing that. For real. Welcome.
One of us.
Thank you.
Welcome to the space.
That's it.
Great to
It's
have you.
over, Mickey. That's it. You done messed up. You messed up, Mickey. You messed up. Thursday nights. It's a wrap. It's ours now. Thank you very much. We'll see you next Thursday. Cool. Please put your information in the chat so the folks can be blessed by you as much as I am. Mickey also does Reiki. She's got a business popping off. So if you are in need of some realignment, some healing, or even just somebody to talk to about that, hit her up. She's got a whole retreat coming up in the Dominican Republic. She's doing it big. That's right. I'm bigging you. I'm trying to get you all your coins. All right. So if y'all let me know any way that you are using your gifts to support yourselves, we will also support you by making sure that people know about them. Thank you for being here, and we appreciate you, and we welcome you, one of us, okay? Always, already. All right, next person up is Peter Douglas. Peter, please let us know if you are also new to the space. I don't know that we've had you on the Thursday night. Y'all are just making me excited, all these new faces. Let me unmute you, Peter. Is this your first time here?
Hi, yeah, it is.
Peter, I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna be loud and obnoxious. And I'll wait my turn to be loud and obnoxious with the rest of the folks. You are welcome, and you know you already have love coming to you no matter what. So go ahead.
Great, thank you. Yeah, my name's Peter. It's first time I started writing maybe like beginning of summer. So I got 3 minutes. I'm gonna try to like burn through 3 of them, and I'm really just looking for advice, anything like that. So I wrote this in a laundromat. Whitewater rapids crashing down with such force only bubbles escape, leaving in wake of frothy foam pillow. The air is clean, the scent of pine and mountain stream, underlining the aroma of lavender and freshly picked willows. You can get close, but do not go into the white rapids, because bad things will happen. It's all fun and games until you're trapped and you can't catch your breath. Spinning and spinning will make your lunch come up and stomach upset. And sure, if you survive, you'll come out clean. But son, that's why you can't take a bath in the washing machine. Then this one's called Boiled Fabergé. I wrote this, I was in some museum, I don't remember what. What use is a Fabergé egg in a village far away, ravished by famine where the food they eat see them as prey? Keep your rose-cut diamonds and rubies. The only plant seeds we need are for fruits and veggies. Keep your multi-million-dollar inheritance to yourself. Give me land and crops, call that generational wealth. I'd rather have a boiled egg than a Fabergé. Then this is the newest one I did. I wrote it during lunch today. It's called Pigeons. They eat trash from the ground and shit from the sky, looking down from a bird's eye. Rats of the sky. I don't think it's fitting. From their perspective, we're all soon to be statues made for them to be shitting.
That's so true, Peter. They just shit on us like it's
on everything.
That's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's their job. We thank you so much for being here. Let me unmute the room so they can love on you. Please unmute yourself.
Thanks for sharing your
Yes.
Great, Peter. Welcome.
Welcome aboard. Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool.
You're now one of
just
us now.
Googled, like open mic poetry, and y'all were the first one. It's
We
great.
jumped up. We popped up for you. I'm so glad. Google, you know, Google's got its good, Google's got its bad, you know what I'm saying? But we are so excited that Google brought you here. You were supposed to be here tonight with us every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you are looking for somewhere to be, to spit your new shit that you wrote at lunchtime or old shit that you had and maybe have never shared, we would love to have you, Peter Douglas. Thank you so much. Please do put your information in the chat so we know where to find you, so I know who to tag on this little bit of snip that I just stole from your performance, because that's my business, because I'm the host, I could do that. Okay, so please put your information there so we know where to find you. Okay, and welcome. You are more than welcome. We love having new people here. Y'all keep us inspired. So I just dropped the updated list for those of you who are unsure where you stood on the list. Find yourself there, and I am super excited to have the next artist here in the room with us. Namu, is this your first time here with us on Thursday night? 9 p.m. Eastern, Namu, please. Oh, it is. She's shaking her head. Yes. All right. So y'all know what to do when y'all get unmuted. Don't get shy on me. We're almost there. Okay. Namu, please unmute yourself and share what you have for us.
Hi everyone. I am coming from Perth, Australia. I am gonna do the third poem in a series that I've done, because the first two are a bit longer than 3 minutes, and also because it's just talking about a subject that I've never really done on a recorded platform. So this one is incognito enough for it to kind of get away with it. Anyway, this is called I bought a postage stamp. The last time I saw you, it took 3 weeks for me to recover. 3 weeks for me to unscramble my brain, to unlatch the shackle that bit down on my chain, that yanked and submerged me in a cesspit of pain, all in your name. 3 weeks since we last saw each other. That's how long it took me to somewhat recover. I thought that I was stronger after all this time. I guess I needed longer to fake the words I'm fine. Oh, me? Yes, I'm fine, I responded back to you. My outside stood like rock. My inside was like goo. And you? I asked, knowing my silence would be something you'd make me regret, even though I spent so long making you something to forget. Forget how I'd become an expert on your faces. Forget that one perfume that took my mind to the darkest places. Forget how you used my desperate need to love you as a weapon, to say and do and think and feel as you do without question. Forgetting you meant I had to reprogram my brain. It meant I had to start from scratch, right down to my name. Who am I thought, if I'm not your puppet or your sheep? Can I walk a straight line without the imprints from your feet? I noticed right away things took on a different shape. I did not realize these were depictions of escape. And as I stepped outside the shadow I'd grown accustomed to disappearing in, I finally saw the invisible walls of my psychological prison. You broke me apart. You broke my small heart. I never had a chance with you, even from the start. And though now I'm forming imprints from my own 2 feet, those memories still haunt me as they play on a repeat. So whilst I won't forget, and family gatherings make me tense, I hope next time I see you, I won't forget that I found strength. I guess this is easy to say whilst I'm writing all this down. This is the second time I've tried to send a letter to you now. But I'm gonna send it this time, I am. I even bought a postage stamp. I'm gonna send it, I will, I can. Shit, no, I can't. Thank you.
Let's take a second. Be with you. Thank you for being vulnerable with us. All right. I'm going to let everybody unmute so we can cover those tears in love. There's space for all of you here, every piece of you that makes you a human being. We thank you for giving somebody else permission today to stand in their experience. There's a lot of people who identify with that message. Thank you for sharing that. Please unmute yourselves and cover her in love.
It's great to hear you on this space.
That was
Great to see
really
you.
beautiful. So tender. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Namu, great to see you again. I love all your stuff.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. Your vulnerability is a gift, Christopher Robin says. Make sure you check the chat, Namu. The people are with you. You are breaking some people open. You're not the only one in tears up in here. So please know you're not alone in your feelings. We are so honored to have you here with us, as we will be whenever, if ever you decide to return to us. We thank you also for making us international, boo, okay? And streaming in all the way from over there with all of that beautiful honesty. We need that, right? Sometimes we spend a lot of time trying to make our poems provocative when all they need to be is honest, right? Thank you. Thank you for that. Please put your information in the chat so all your new fans can find you and cry and smile and be happy and laugh and have all the emotions that I'm sure your work brings to life. Thank you for being here with us. We appreciate you. All right, now I told y'all we get deep up in here. It's not all fun and games. Sometimes it is. And a lot of times it's just a bunch of peopling, right? That's what I always say. We're just a bunch of human beings sharing this human experience and daring to be vulnerable while doing it. So we appreciate you all for stepping out of your comfort zones to share your truth with us. All right, we are going to move on to the next artist so we can make sure we squeeze everybody in here, okay? And I'm sure that I am about to mess your name up. Please don't let me demolish your first home with this untrained tongue of mine. All right, so I'm gonna give it a shot though. Is it Muelwa? I hope so. If not, I'm going to unmute you so you can pronounce it properly on cause, so you can let us know how to say your name. Welcome, welcome to the space. And also let us know, is this your first time here?
Hi, everyone. Can you get me loud and clear?
Yes, we can hear you. How do you pronounce your name?
Muelwa.
Muelwa.
You're actually on point. Like, which is, right? Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay, go ahead, do your thing.
All right. So my name is Muelwa Onkos. I'm all the way in Southern Central Africa, a little country called Zambia. So representing the motherland. So I'll be reciting a very recent poem, which I posted on my YouTube. It's titled Sperm. So I hope everybody will have an open mind over the poem. SPERM. My therapist says I am clinically depressed. I say I'm astonishingly impressed that I have lived this long because I hate this life, honestly. What's kept me going is the odd thought that clinically, technically, we are all sperm. I said it, SPERM, think about it. Before consummation, we were cosmonauts. Before the confessions of love, we were interdimensional explorers escaping the orbit of planet Nutsack. So we haven't done this once. We have lived life twice. So you better think thrice before you jack off, jerk off, back off. I know the childish will say, yuck. But think of this as a biology lesson. Just high on aphrodisiacs, we are ungrateful amnesiacs. Oh, we are good at forgetting that in our past lives, we were 1 in a million. In my past life, I was a general leading a legion, Emperor Caesar commanding his microscopic minions. We were Olympians, gold medalists before we saw the sun, before we were sons, before we could pronounce the word daddy. So heir to the throne of our mother's ovary. This here is memory, biomimicry, the science of getting cheat codes from Mother Nature. That's what's kept me going. That's what I'm doing. I can hate the world, but she will keep on spinning. I would like to believe that my parents had waited for my arrival like it was a prophecy. Like the Jews had waited for Jesus, they waited for you. A micro-messiah in your own right, a triumphant entry in the fallopian so the rest could follow. Left them in the dust, left your imitators in the uterus, and here I am, tutoring you over things you already knew, revising syllabi that a 5th grader should know. Our faith is an alibi for greatness. Can't you see, man? You and I, we got here by doing backstroke in semen. Like Jonah, we are sea men that got to see the inside of Moby Dick. Inside, I am a sad, morbid dick, but suicide has always been a bad pull-out game. We are sperm. Seriously, think about it. Your story would have ended on 2-ply, flushed down the toilet of a 13-year-old boy discovering the wonders of masturbation, but you're here instead. Thank God you did not find yourself stuck at the back of someone's throat. I do feel hollow, but hallowed be thy name. I wasn't spat or swallowed. What matters is that I am here and I am doing this. So, Miss Therapist, I do not know if joy is coming, but I will keep on going. Choosing to stay alive when you are depressed is SPERM. Choosing to stay alive when you are depressed is spectacular, peculiar, everything rare and magical. You and I, we are all sperm. Yeah.
Yes, shout out to Africa for representing and turning that whole thing on its head in such a brilliant way. Please unmute yourselves and bring him in with some love and welcome him in the way that we do it up in here.
One of
Welcome to the
us.
space, man.
One of
Welcome to the
us.
space, man.
That
Welcome
was
to the
brilliant.
space.
This is an
Represent, man.
amazing
Oh,
forum. That really is. I love it.
Genius. Absolute
Yeah.
genius.
Welcome, Zambia.
Yo,
Yep.
shout out to Zambia. Come on, if you're gonna represent, just represent. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you for being here. Again, we are international, boo. Okay, we over here, we over there, we down there, we out here, we everywhere, and we appreciate you for bringing that beautiful poem. Please do put your information in the chat so the folks can find it on YouTube, since you just dropped it on there, you know, so we can watch it again. And you can also watch this again on YouTube, because this whole show is going to be there for you. And that goes also to the artists who were brave enough to share tonight. If you do like I do, and maybe you want to take a little screen video of your performance so you can show the world and show yourself, I did that on a Thursday night. I stepped out of my comfort and I showed myself and everybody else they could do it, I could do it. I'm here, I'm it. Please do find yourself on these videos and put your information in the chat so we can find you. Thank you. You are welcome here every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you don't feel like you have a poetry home, whether you're performing or just listening or yelling when you're unmuted for the next artist, we want you here and we welcome you here, okay? And just a second to let you guys know, the Nuyo has a bunch of spaces, both in person and via Zoom for you. The doors, as Elemental says, are always open. So if Thursdays don't work for you, you got a Thursday night shift, you know, oh dang, Ray Jane said I better not miss none, but oh my God, I hope she not mad at me. Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can also find Safe Space on the Monday night online open mic hosted by none other than Advocate of Words, who's holding us down in the background. Okay, we have things going on every day at the Nuyo. If you rather be in person and you are in the New York City tri-state area, we have an in-person open mic on Monday night. We have Women's Orators Wednesdays on I believe it's the first Wednesday of every month. And you can catch Destiny, who is hosting and giving us that power back on the stage as women and making sure that we have a space to share our stories, which are in abundance and different amongst all of our mouths. So please do find yourself there. And if Friday is your day and you don't want to go to the club, but you do want to go to a place where you can share your words and hear other people do the same, come on out to the Friday night slam. And the Wednesday night slam is also hosted by Advocate of Words. There is something to do every day of the week. And on Sundays, if you want to be like Kay, or you want to be like Levi and have your book of poetry to immortalize into the world, or at least into the Amazon verse, please, but you don't know where to start, Advocate of Words also hosts a poetry writing workshop every Sunday. So please come through and find out that you can do it and how to do it. Sometimes we want to do things, but we just don't know where to start. So if you need somewhere to start with us, right? Start with us. The love is here. It's for free. It's yours. As I always say, don't leave it behind, because I guarantee you're not going to find it in the rest of the world. Okay, so I said enough. We still have some people to get to on the list before the night is over. And I would like to go to our next artist, who we are so proud of. She's back in school. She's writing. She's busting it out, performing for the first time on the open mics on the stage. Michelle Ortiz, please unmute yourself and share your words with the room.
Hi, my beautiful, beautiful people. I just hope y'all know, like, I wait for Thursday nights. Like, it's my longest day at school. I get out of my last class at like 7, and then I come home and I shower and I'm like, okay, Thursday night open mic. So I have 3 semi-short, semi-medium ones for you guys. They're still like works in progress. Most I've written either after spending time at the New Year or in workshops. So I'm just gonna start. Okay. The sun and I have made a sort of truths. I'll wake before he does, greet Jupiter and wait to touch the curve of your smile. I panic when I catch you dreaming. Papi looked so peaceful in his casket. Está durmiendo. He's just sleeping. You poured that comfort into my terror-filled spirit. I forsake the day you follow him, your lover home. I catch you staring at me on occasion, whether you are looking for the bones of his lost structure or find hope in the joy, or find hope that joy after death is inevitable. I pray your cafe-colored eyes never leave me, or at least not before I've seared the beauty I've found there into eternity. I fear this is what death looks like, a gulp of breath before the thunder claps. I resent the idea of survival after your presence has made its way past the edge of moonlight. But when daylight pulls our hands from grief, I bind our hands, find opportunity to allow you to love all of me and hold on to that serenity. That's the first one. I wrote that one in the Cycles workshop, and there were a couple of quotes in there, and I cannot remember the names of those authors, but just know that there are a couple of quotes in there. And then the second one is write. There is poetry in you. Write your way out of it. Write your way into it. You with the full moon of a mother, graveyard of a father. Write your body into oblivion. Write your joy into stone with audacity. Escribe las historias que te pertenecen. Honor the ones that don't. Write. That's the second one. And then the last one is a work in progress, but I figured I'd just share it here because, you know, I love you. And I was like, you know, if I'm going to try something out, I might as well try it here. Ooh, okay. I will never understand how convenient for some it is to forsake history. Like you ain't bear witness to our misery. Like our story ain't plastered on our bodies. When a woman rages, seldom do we ask for her story. More so the carcass of her dreams become cannon fodder for her colleagues. We equipped her with a fistful of car keys, send her into ongoing crossfire. But baby, to ignore the eruption of her power is to ignore the warning size of a cataclysmic tsunami. If nothing else, a woman knows the destruction rebirth requires. Thank you.
Ooh, come on with that fire. You waiting for us? We waiting for you. It's just meant to be. Please unmute yourselves and give Michelle some love.
Oh, yeah, Michelle.
That's called last line damage right there, right? The destruction rebirth requires. That was That was dope. All three of your poems are dope as hell. Appreciate you for sharing that with us.
Work.
Absolutely. 3 hitters. Okay. And just as Michelle said, there are a number of places for you to share and to also build new pieces, right? Workshops sound scary, but they're not. Go, try, learn from each other. Don't be afraid to stretch yourself. Okay. Aisha says, yes, sis. So she hyping you up. And she knows she about to be next. So we about to hype you up, Aisha. Please unmute yourself, Aisha, and let us know what you came to share. I'm so glad you made it in.
Thank you so much for having me, you guys. I want to share my screen. So I was trying to tell you that a little earlier so I don't waste too much time. But I've enjoyed thoroughly being here. I missed a few Thursdays and was like feeling like a fiend tapping at my veins, like I got to get back on to hear you guys what's going on. So beautiful artwork, everybody. The artistry in here is just phenomenal. So I can't wait to share my special piece.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see if we get Advocate to make you a co-host real quick.
Okay.
Advocate, are you there? There we go. Boom. Go ahead, do your thing.
All right. Thank you, Boo.
You're welcome.
As these students will graduate, they perhaps of the celebration like normal. But watch this as he goes to his path. Most of the other students grab theirs as well and then walk away to find their person.
Make sure you hit that share screen because all we see is you and you gorgeous. But I think you will show us. So, okay, there we go.
All right. Can you see my screen? Can you? All right.
Screen broadcast, but we don't see anything else.
All right. Give me 1 second here.
Okay.
Can you see the screen?
Yes. All right. Cool. And minimize me, girl, because I see my big head.
I don't
in
know.
the
How do
way.
I minimize you?
I don't know. Throw me somewhere. Make me small.
I'm trying to. Let me see. I don't know how to do it. I'm not the most tech savvy, so Lord.
All right. Let me just mute myself. Maybe that will help.
Okay, I moved you over. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. Here we go.
Morsels and crumbs. You eat of my plate, fill up, belly full, lips and dick wet, and yet I leave hungry. Hangry, really, still hungered and angered at the same damn time. Mad at this choice I've made yet again. I allowed you to pull up to this great feast, partake of breasts and thighs, the swell of my prize. So how the fuck am I starving? And the fact that you don't recognize nor care how I left this table makes me nauseous. I'm sicking straight to this barren womb because you stole that too. Packed that dream up like leftovers you shoved to the back of your frigid understanding. I sat at the wrong goddamn table. Thought I was with the right lunch buddy, and even when you told me you only wanted snacks, I thought I'd turn you into a foodie because I'd offer a buffet. You, the only one always trying to take free food home and me okay with you so as to not eat alone. I dreamt of banquets, swore you see the value in me, especially if I gave you the big pieces. All the while I accept morsels of time and crumbs of commitment. Now here we sit 5 courses of years later and the upgrade is endless appetizers, no main course, no delectable dessert except for those few times when I get to taste sweet wine, but that's only on reserve for those special occasions. But tonight, no more. I want the big peace for me. I'm gonna be selfless and take back what I got a whiff of from yesterday. There's newness brewing. I smell it in the air. Its scent lingers. This aroma of freedom is enticing. Gonna follow. Cleanse my palate, prepare for fresh new tastes. Ready for sweet. Time divine like fine wine. I've matured and now stand aged and ripe for the tasting. My next pairing compliments solely me. This way when we pull up to the table, no one leaves empty nor wants to push back from this love brew. Morsels and crumbs.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Aisha. I'm so happy that you got to come in, that we got to experience you. All right, let me find my little button so I can make sure everybody gets a chance to give you their love. Please unmute and give Aisha some love.
Yeah, Aisha.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's how you come through with them visuals.
Okay.
Hey, right? Tell that tantalizing tale to the eyes. Love it.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Awesome. Thank you for bringing us something visually delectable and also audibly delectable as well. We appreciate you. All right, we are going to end the night with Nick Paleologo, so let me unmute him. Go ahead, my brother, do your
Yeah, I'll do my thing. There's all my things right there. I was part of a podcast, so check that out when you get the chance. I only got one for offering tonight. New one. I thought that tears were supposed to be cathartic. A relief felt when it is over, not raspy voices of exonerated ghosts from the depths of the bones. The soul is supposed to quench the thirst of freedom from the very vines of grief. Flyers are an effective way of cutting the lilies cascading the waterfall. The pain is a familiar foe of my life, like a Mike Tyson punch to my Holyfield. Look to the barren night sky to scrape the answers out of the carton. Smoke them like cigarettes of the past, skip stones of knowledge along the cobwebs of the very waterfall. I'm drowning in the waters only to sink further into her arms. Lavender certainly cannot survive in an ocean. I've awaited for life preservers and boats to pass by. I've wanted to sail seas with happiness. Don't you know? An island is along the horizon of your vision. Kisses and embraces come your way if you get there. Swim to it. Speak truth into existence. You've been closer to the brink of the edge, pruning, brooding on the alchemy of pain. Dry off and run to freedom. Grief shall not hold you in the ocean forever. Scream for your freedom and hold yourself above the water. Thank you so much, everyone.
beautiful, beautiful. Scream for your freedom and scream for Nick. Please unmute yourselves and scream for him.
Yes,
Yeah,
Nick.
Nick, that was so
Hey,
symmetry.
With that
hold
ghost
yourself
shit.
Beautiful.
above the
With that
water.
ghost shit. Tell him, Nick.
That's
Hold
it.
yourself.
Thank you, everyone. It was great to see you all on Governor's Island, too, that I did see. And love to you all.
You are welcome. Love to you, Nick. Thank you for being here. Just want to take a second to shout out the folks that stayed with us throughout the night and may not have shared, but made sure that they were heard to give you love. Urban Cowboy Poet, who I also got to meet and hear, share at the New York City Poetry Festival this weekend. We got a hug in there too, as you can see, I'm a hugger. MJ Blackwell, I got to meet over the weekend. Poetech, we gonna meet one day. Thank you for representing Japan. Aaliyah, thank you for being in the room. Bongo, we see you. Thank you for your love and all your words of encouragement. Iliongo in the house, and she was rolling around New York City Poetry Festival in style on her very own scooter, which I got a chance to ride on the back of for a little while till, it's hurt my butt a little bit, so we had to stop. But it was fun while it lasted. Thank you, Joshua Love, for also being here and adding good energy to the mix as always. We thank you all for taking your time. You could have been anywhere else, could be in your bed, child, because that's where I'm about to be. And instead, you decided to be here with us to share your love and your words, your encouragement. Elemental, how could I forget you? How could I forget you? Thank you for being here, Storm God. We appreciate you. Shout out to Advocate in the background for holding us down all night long, making sure you guys could share screen, making sure we were safe in the space. always representing. There you go, there you go, there you go. And show them the back of that hat, advocate. Show them the back of that hat just in case you ain't know. It's all about the words. Z, words with a Z for because he can. Okay. Thank you all for being here. So the way we always end our night and close out the space, I open up your mics and let you shout your love into the atmosphere for one another, something to encourage yourselves and each other. And I'll be counting down from 10 with 10 things I want you to remember for the week so that you can take some love with you. All right, please unmute and put the love in the air, folks.
Love you all. Thank you,
First
everyone.
and foremost, give it up for
You are
one of the
complete.
hostess with the mostest.
Hey, Jane, hostess with mostest.
Listen,
In the peace of your power, heaven belong in every
one of the new poet who came from the beginning.
Your writing is more
Y'all
than
are
good
incredible.
enough.
Truly appreciate y'all energy.
Take
Y'all
your
believe in
ass
this
to
thing
a
goes around.
workshop.
Listen, keep bringing it. The Cycles
Or
Shop this weekend,
sing your
hosted by
song,
Ray
baby.
J
We hear
and
you.
Paul Queso.
Breathe.
Hosted by Hard to Find
Don't
Ink.
forget
Plug
who
in.
you are.
Eventbrite. For real.
No matter what they
Cycles
say
this
about
weekend.
you, let your words be the last thing
Monday
we
night,
hear about
Headline Open
you.
Mic hosted by Into the Words. Plug
If
in.
ever you need
This is
somewhere to
circus.
find
This
the
is
love,
Thursday. Let me tell you.
find it here
Crazy.
Thursday night
To
at 9
everyone in
p.m.
here.
Eastern.
Appreciate y'all.
Every Thursday night at the New York. Advocate, take us out of here. Peace.
Y'all are amazing, man.